All right, brother. So you need to dabble. You need to integrate your feminine side into your anima, I believe it's called. In Jungian terms, Carl Jung, the psychiatrist philosopher. My whiteboard is being used for something else. Don't mind that, but we got a piece of work here. This is the wrong piece of work. In order. Okay. So I'm explaining how, in order for you to be in touch with your feminine side, what that would look like is you need to be emotionally available. You need to be emotionally present. You need to be able to feel your emotions, process them, talk about them, and allow other people to do the same thing. You need to be able to empathize with other people. You need to be able to be vulnerable and not just talking about your emotions, opening doorways to the uncertainty, to embarrassment, to fear, to failure, to being judged. All these things that a fragile man that's led by ego, I was this guy for many years. So I'm not knocking, I'm explaining my journey, and I'm trying to help your journey, right? I spent 15 years building barricades, no emotion, gooning, balling up, smoking, weed, a little bit of drinking here and there, gaming very heavy, just anything but feeling emotion, anything but real life. I had high screen time, I've been cutting that down. And what that does to you is it completely rips away your humanity. And the parts of you that you suppress or refuse to integrate into you, you'll start projecting those onto other people and hating or resenting those other people. There's a big men versus woman. Can I show you this quickly? Right, what does it say there? Men versus woman. There's a big men versus woman war, spiritual war going on right now, and it said in scripture that was going to happen, and it said that was going to be near the end of the world. Men and women are attacking each other nonstop online, and it's what happens when you refuse to integrate your anima and animus, your feminine side and your masculine side. So not only that, right? You need to be able to be nurturing. You need to be able not have a baby, not take care of a baby. That's not nurturing. What it means is you can't always be the mechanic. You can't always hear the problem and just give the solution. You need to be able to empathize with the other person, so feel the emotions that they're feeling too. And sometimes you just need to be a safe space. You just need to be a person of support, to hear, to understand, to listen, to give positive words. Okay? Because as a man, I understand that you hear something, you're like, what? Just do this. You'll be okay. School's stressing you out? Bro, just do the work. You're going to be fine. You want to get stronger? Bro, just go to the gym. No, you need to have the ability to hear what these people are saying, understand what they're saying, understand what's getting in the way of them, what's causing them their stress. It's not always about solutions, and that's why you need to be able to integrate your feminine side into this. Because at the end of the day, when you don't have the ability to nurture, or when you don't have the ability to play both sides, your ability to create connections and bonds is just going to be cut in half. And you don't want that, because you want to be able to connect. What else do I have here? Intuition. Oh my goodness. So I'm going to put it on the screen here. I don't know why I use my right hand. But I was talking about intuition with one of my buddies about a year ago. And we were saying how the unconscious rules everything. You cannot, well, I was saying it to him, you cannot hide in God's world. You cannot hide in God's world. So it's all about the eyes that can see the unconscious, I said. The ears that can hear actions, the nose that can sniff danger, and the gut that can taste vindictiveness. As you know, you have that gut feeling. Trust that gut feeling. But the reason why this is a part of your feminine side is because, number one, men always try to logically think their way out of feeling things. So you ignore that gut feeling because of something logical. Stop that. But it is just proven. There's a bunch of biological reasons. I'm not a biology page. A woman's intuition is far superior than a man's. And that might just be because she trusts it more. But a woman's intuition picks up on things a little bit faster. It's a widely known statement. Never go against a woman's intuition. A girl always knows when the other girl likes you. Blah blah blah. What else do we write here? You need to be able to empathize. Yes, there's levels to empathy. Feel bad for people, with people, And then you need to be able to understand or hear things without people even talking. So that's why I'm saying the ears to hear actions. Look at what's going on. Can you really understand it? Not just the ability to place yourself in somebody's shoes, like what would I do in their shoes? Place yourself in somebody's shoes as if what would they do in their shoes? You really, really, really come to a sense of understanding. What else do we have here? It's pretty out there that your body and catches on to things before you realize it. That's part of intuition. Being understanding a part of being understanding. The next level to being understanding is being compassionate. Not just saying like, oh, okay, I understand, right? Just to end the sentence. If you actually understand whatever the situation may be, then you won't be angry. You won't be harsh. And remember, this is to yourself too, because people are so hard on themselves and nobody tells them to stop that. You're never going to go nowhere in life if you keep hating on yourself, criticizing yourself. Because the only person that can save you is you. You when you want to actually be saved. But if you're hating on yourself, you're never going to come in and save yourself. So being compassionate is basically prestige master of being understanding. Whether that's with yourself or whether that's with other people. Nurturing we talked about. Safe space, offer support, patience, and receptivity. So in terms of patience, yes, still take an initiation, for example, if you want to talk to a girl, if you just start talking to a girl, but don't rush things. You cannot rush God's plan. And there's a famous quote that said, rushing something is just giving you the illusion that you're moving faster. The end of the majority of the time when you're rushing, you're here, there, everywhere. Oh, and then you forget this. You have to go back. There's the time that by moving faster, you save this amount of time, but then you forgot something, so you have to go back and spend this amount of time going back. Rushing is not moving faster. Your brain just thinks that way because there's chemicals going on with panic, with adrenaline that make you feel like things are all sped up, and you feel like, thank God I rushed that. No, you don't need to rush anything, whether it be a relationship. You're going to the gym for 3 months. You're not seeing dream progress. Keep going. It's coming. Good things don't happen overnight, and you cannot rush God's plan. And I'm not 100% sure why patience is more of a feminine virtue, but to me it only made sense because women wait for you to propose, wait for you to ask them to go on a date, wait for you to ask them to be their girlfriend, and many other things along the lines of that. I guess it just makes sense. In the spiritual realm, and receptivity, being receptive is like being open. The way that I understood that as an athlete was like receiving a soccer ball. So being receptive and like receiving well, right? So taking constructive criticism well, taking feedback well, taking other people's ideas well. I understand that society says the men's role is to lead, but if you say you want to do this and your woman says, hey, can we do this? It's okay to do what she wants to do. That doesn't strip away your manhood. It actually shows how mature you are, that you have the ability to see women as an equal, because they are, and to treat them like that, yet again, because they are. It shows that you're just mature. You don't have nothing to prove to nobody. It's little boys and immature men that have to prove to outside men, to society, how manly they are. Right? And that's why Carl Jung said that the most manly man, or the most masculine man, has a feminine soul. And what he meant by that was that the most masculine man, he was talking in quotations, that's why I keep doing this, hasn't integrated his feminine soul, so he over-masculates on the outside. He's extra tough, extra not caring, extra cold, narcissistic, doesn't need anybody, the black pill. But a whole man, it's not about being the most masculine, most feminine. It's about being whole. Okay? Because you need to be able to tap into both sides. Sometimes you need a little bit of knowledge. Sometimes you need a little bit of emotions. It depends who you're connecting with. But in order to be the absolute light in other people's tunnels, there's nothing better than being able to tap into both sides. Now, I wrote here how I haven't, of course, I'm not the most, whole feminine person, but over the last 12 months, I slowly integrated more of my anima, or my feminine side, whatever you want to call it. And I did this by saying enough is enough, opening up, being honest, slowly breaking down emotional barriers, slowly loosening the control that my ego had over me. What else? I'm panicking because I'm hearing footsteps upstairs now. I don't like recording when other people I gained the ability to smile again. I was just talking to someone about a few hours ago, and I'm like, I didn't smile in any pictures from like age 6, maybe 8, until I was 22. Yeah. So I gained a little bit of the light in my eyes again, and my ability to socialize as a whole got better because I'm not performing anymore. Life is not a performance. It's merely just an experience. But of course, we are not all the way there. I still struggle with being present more. And I try to meditate from time to time. But I just give myself more time. I cut my screen time down. I reflect daily. And I've gained the ability through all of this to empathize with other people for the first time in 15 years. To be more understanding. And to be more patient and compassionate. So I'm not rushing people to fix things. I'm not giving unsolicited advice the same way I used to be. So I think this is very important, and I want to leave you on a side note here. Before, or maybe within the first month or two of this journey, I made an online post saying that integrating your feminine side or being in touch with your feminine side doesn't mean acting like a bitch. And the reason that I said that is because I was having a conversation with someone who agreed it's so important to integrate your feminine side. But to me, they were just portraying gossip, sassy, backtalk, fake, non-confrontational, passive aggressiveness, which I'm not saying every woman is like that. That's why I said the B word, right? And I ended up discussing this with a girl afterwards, and I still wasn't even. I thought it stopped at, oh yeah, you just need to be emotionally available. No. There's a lot more to women than emotions, and the more you integrate your feminine side, the more you understand this, the more you respect women, the better women will end up respecting you, and the more you guys play on an even playing field. Because how are you going to find a wife and build an empire when you're playing on even playing fields? Buddy, it doesn't happen. And the last thing I'll tell you is that any part of your feminine side that you don't integrate into you, you will project onto her and resent her for it. Christ is King. Integrate your femininity. Have a great day.